Alright, and welcome back. My name's Iejir, and I'm going over more of the first turn doohickeys in SOTS2. Alright, back at the screen, I did realize I forgot to mention one thing, and that's this button down here. It talks about the government system type that you're using. Unlike a lot of 4X games, you can't manually choose your type. It's actually based on different things you do. Down here, you get a list of different things that affect it, and then you have basically your differences in choice between, trade or civilian-based and government-based, and war versus, trade. Each one gives you, different bonuses, different effects. But as it goes, go back in here, you can see I generally try to keep 100,000 in, but for right now I'm going to pop it up into the point where I don't have any corruption, so I can see about how long it's going to take me to do some research. Unfortunately, it's not the first time I'm trying to make this video, so it's already gotten a little further ahead. Anyway, this tree, you've got many different options. They actually call it a forest in this game, not just a tree, because there are a lot of links that go across different categories. Now, each faction gets different bonuses and penalties. The Lear, which I'm going with, get a 50% bonus on all their tech and an additional 100% on their psionics. The Zool, or another one that get bonuses, they have a minus 20% penalty to any of their research, and they actually don't have the greatest chances on getting, their non-core techs. I'm just going to cancel up here, just so you can get back to the base screen. And each one has different effects on your weaponry, on your research, on your construction, and even trade. Now, starting off, it's generally a good idea to go with one of the economic techs. Those would definitely be empathy, which is my personal favorite, or the other one is in the political science. That would be FTL economics. That actually allows you to set up your trade, your freighters, and get more money, rolling in. It's fairly expansive. Any of these yellow lines you see are going to be core techs. You are guaranteed to have that tech. Any of them that have this blue line, as you can see, coming off directed energy to shields 1, you have a chance of getting it. Each faction gets a different chance, and there's actually, 2 random modifiers for it. And then you research, and it'll go up to, at 50%, you can have an early breakthrough and get the tech a lot earlier. You also can go to 200% and beyond and fail it if it's not one of your core techs. If you fail it, it is possible to still get it in one of 2 ways. You can either find another link, like you see from here, or you can actually, salvage it from an enemy. Salvage, you need a research and a repair and salvage ship to go with your combat fleets when you go and, make scrap out of them. That's what these buttons down here are for. It shows you different salvage projects you have available. You have to start it, and then you just pump, some of your research into the different thing, into the salvage research, and when it completes, it'll actually unlock, a tech for 100%. There's also special projects that you get, a lot of them dealing with either independent factions or different random events that can occur. Again, you can see the pie. Anything you have devoted to either special projects or salvage research and you don't have any of those currently going, will feed back into the main research. Again, you have the sliders over here. Like I said, I personally prefer empathy. That way, with the economics, I can actually up my taxes and get more money rolling in fairly easily. You can see up here, or rather you can see, as soon as I move the mouse it moves, I've got a 100% chance for this tech. So in other words, I will get it, at 200 at worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I hit it at 50%. And it'll take approximately 10 turns to hit 100%. But what this one does is it gives me a chance to, increases all the morale effects, whether positive or negative. So, if something's going to, be a penalty of -3, well, now it's only a -2. If it gave me a +2, then it's going to be a +3. Very useful for raising your taxes, which is going to be a -1 across the board. But with the economics, or your economic rating on your planets being 85 or 100%, that's completely nullified. Thank you. And you can also boost the research by putting some of your savings into it. As a general rule, you only want to boost in the first turn, that way in case, the research is lost, you don't lose that much. And also, not to boost generally more than about 10%. Now, if you boost, bad things can happen. The more you boost, the more likely they'll happen. Different techs have different possibilities. A couple rather interesting ones are antimatter, which unlocks a lot of other techs, and the AI techs, which you've played Sword of the Stars 1, you understand what can happen with those. But my personal favorite is empathy, because it just gives me a straight boost, and the trade stations require quite a bit of setup. Anyway, I believe that's everything about the research, so I think I'm going to stop the video here and say have a good day.